You have a very fine fortress, my lord.
I'm glad you think so.
You don't?
To be honest, I'd much prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man with my experience.
And with your fortune.
That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trotsman.
Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
No, that's more down to his Hungarian cousin, if you get my meaning.
Perfectly, my lord.
I'm sorry. Greetings, friend.
Greetings to you too. How was your trip?
The journey itself was great. No delays, nice weather. But I've got to say, it's a scary place out there.
Nothing but footpads and ruffians, eh? I keep... saying this country needs a firm hand.
I saw that firm hand of yours with my own eyes. Some bastards burnt down a farm.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a hard journey.
Ah, the journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What were you doing there, pray tell?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trusky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous deed?
Markvart von Aulis.
I know that name.
All right.
He's the commander of the Prague militia.
Exactly. And they came with him.
But why would the Praguers send forces to Trusky?
Ah, but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
Well, that is, I wouldn't dream of disrespecting the Margrave. Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once. And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
Well, we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hanush in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinnek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while, at my invitation.
Was here? So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinnek, he was somewhat disturbed.
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each other as possible. I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
I'd be very surprised.
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of Cumans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here, in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hinnek he had to stop because he was interfering with his plans.
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He almost put himself in Sigismund's reach. What for?
To do what he's been doing all his life. Scheming.
One could put it that way. He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided with Sigismund so far.
He wants to make deals with turncoats?
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. The majority lean towards the side where they expect the least problems. Just between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's strategy, and I'm the last one who'd wish for violence.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst?
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset is his legitimacy.
But what if the sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say?
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what about us? What do we do now?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you, but the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to?
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns, for the sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
So be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, hostage. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region. So there's a strong hope he's alive.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Ptaszek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord...
It's the...
I suppose I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill. All of you. And maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard, right next to the well.
Sheathe that weapon immediately.
Excuse me.
See that one coming, eh?
How can I help you?
I'll have a look at...
Maybe next time then, sir.
Yeah, fuck that.
Lord Ptaszek said we could have a
Yes, sir. I prepared.
I could get used to this.
If sir will allow.
What are you here for?
I'm sorry.
How can I help you, sir?
Well, blacksmith.
Worse and worse, you know. Everyone...
I'll have a look.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
a day that was.
Christ, pardon me.
Excuse me.
So you got your revenge? Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Berghoff.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Oh, very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you poop. See, meine Damen, we aren't idle here. My men train like that every day.
Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right? I'm just getting started.
Well, your grandfather was right. A castle with a weak garrison is no good for anything. But your men... I'd say the girls from our village would do a better job of defending the place.
What did you say, you bastard? Why don't you show us how it's done, then? Now that we have Großer Meister among us, we should make use of him, shouldn't we?
Sure.
Show us what you're made of, my knight.
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm. And Hulkak, the first to...
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword.
You should receive some kind of reward. I was rearranging our saddlebags and I remembered a hunting crossbow. I was meaning to say...
My word. I better go and find Zizka.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was...
Do you want to come with us?
Not really. I have a feeling we'll have to leave.
Why?
A woman's in...
I heard Kuttenberg surrendered to...
They are. These dreckigen Huren. But they couldn't have been more wrong. Why should he pay them out of his...
What?
Dann pass mal auf. As soon as the soldiers began looting the villages around the city, the local nobility...
So that Hungarian...
Das trifft den Nagel. And yet, that carrot-top Schweinehund lets the monks in the cell its monastery.
Do you know by chance how to get into that monastery where Sigismund is staying?
Wie bitte? Hast du den Verstand? And listen closely to what I tell you. Leave Sigismund alone. The wheels of justice grind...
Did Sigismund also attack Su...
Oh, yes, as soon as he got here. But mein Herr Peter, however, the villagers in the vicinity...
What happened?
They raised Messerles and a Pato. They haven't been here since the Teufel.
I need to top up my...
You'd be better off asking the innkeeper Slivka in the village. And that's...
How do things work?
Not really, except for the Sigismund military camp at Opatowitz. Diese Banditen...
How do I get to...
Das ist nicht schwer. You just take the... Or you can also follow your nose. The smell...
Where'd you...
They've occupied the hill above the main road near... When you walk...
I'd like to...
What do you want?
I'm interested...
Fine.
How's it going? What of it? So is it...
Was soll ich sagen? After our lord paid ransom for us to... Aber warte. You ought to have a word with our huntsman. See, someone...
White Rober?
Ja, and Dobrosch takes it as a personal offense. So go easy on him, hörst du?
What exactly...
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his town. Oh, ja. Das war alles.
All right, thanks.
No, you don't. Fucking hell!
Heal! Max! Oh, he's run off again. The little...
God be with...
Show me...
Maybe next time then, sir.
Christ! Shit!
And this scar? It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
This. I fell off the battlements at Laxenburg Castle.
Lord above! From the walls! And were you conquering or defending that castle, sir?
Wow. Depends on how you look at it. We were storming a wine cellar, you see.
Ah, I do see. Only maybe you shouldn't go around telling people that, sir. It doesn't sound too heroic.
So what? Heroes like to have a drink too, now and again. I've got loads of scars from real battles anyway. Like here, on my other arm. A groom hit me with a crossbow nearby Jitchin. The boy was nearly 15. Poor fella.
That's how I lost my sweetheart.
Someone shot him?
No, he shot someone else.
Ah, I see.
And what about your eyebrow, sir? It seems a bit crooked. Do you have a scar there too?
Aye. I nearly lost my eye.
Also in battle?
No, I was a lad. I made a bet with some friends that I could run all the way down the Devil's Slope without stopping once. That's what we called this one really steep hill. Once you started down it, you either had to run all the way to the bottom, or tumble all the way there.
And you went tumbling?
I did nothing of the sort. I ran down. But as I was celebrating, prancing about like a deer, I tripped on a root. I landed on my head and cracked it open on a stump. An inch or two off, might have lost that eye.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Yeah, not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own? He's a Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
All right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
Well, it wasn't the best circumstances to meet Zizka in. They sent him to the Trotsky region to cause problems, and our paths happened to cross. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg.
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Bergov refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to begging at castle gates dressed in rags.
Believe me, I didn't intend in the least to make such an insinuation. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Bergov.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk.
Isn't Zizka a bandit too, though?
Zizka is loyal to Wenceslas. So he's no bandit or cutthroat, but a faithful servant of our king, carrying out resistance against his enemies. But let's move on. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Bergoff's dungeon, and I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that, and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
Well, I mainly told them things I was pretty sure von Bergov already knew. Like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas, that you and I met in Ratai.
And was he satisfied with that?
Well, I don't think he expected anything more from a simple servant of Lord Capon.
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me. You can keep a cool head as the world around you burns. You'll make it far. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
What? Go home? I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Bergoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnick, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Ptaszek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnick came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go! Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this. Unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumour mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favoured meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. Of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's gonna take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I just hope Sir Hans is all right.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
If I don't bring him back to Hannish alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway, how much farther is it?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up?
Aye. The sooner we get there, the better.
I hope our journey... He doesn't prove to be in vain. Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around here, you never know what might happen.
had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a groschen for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going. If you value your life. You might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed. I'm not afraid of anyone but God Almighty. Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right. Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you, but leave us alone.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them.
Did you hear Lord Shishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Who's this devil fella of yours, anyway?
He's an angry, dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side, but never against you.
And a treacherous old fox, too. One time, he was besieging a castle, and when they refused to surrender, he dressed up as a begging hag. They let him in, and he slit their throats in their sleep. I still regret not being there to see that.
I was there. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate for him at night, and you know the rest.
Ha! Well, I could better the way Devil tells it.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Can he be trusted? He looks like he'd be happy to rat us out the first chance he gets.
Dreadlight? I don't think so. They'd arrest him as well as if he went to snitch on us. If you keep paying him, he'll serve you.
If you say so. So, what's up with the devil? I need to talk to him.
That won't be easy. He got locked up.
What? They captured the devil, and you're just saying it like it's nothing.
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubianka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, we botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So...
Fuck.
My words. Otherwise, not even a mouse can get him there.
How long has it been since?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse... The devil is a proper bastard. But not even he...
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3. So unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody'll listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't...
Maybe?
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hit them. And...
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty west of here.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely.
Great. At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
Are you whistling here?
Come on, lad. Mount up!
Where did I put it?
How did you meet Shishka anyway?
We tried to capture him, but he ambushed and captured us instead.
That sounds like Shishka. But that is how friendships for life are made.
With one of them in jail, while the other mocks them through the bars.
Actually, that's how I met my wife.
You have a wife? Where is she now?
Where could she be? Maybe rotting in the jail. I left her there on our wedding night.
Well, if that's what you say.
Oh, come on, Henry. You must have some fun, even if you are about to hang. Do not frown. It does not suit you.
I'm not frowning. I just didn't think it was funny.
Oh, Lord, another more. You get along with Shishka famously, don't you?
I'll gladly laugh if you said something funny.
Looks like I might have to carve a smile onto your face. Maybe a graceful and mysterious one. Like the Virgin Mary's. What do you say? I'll put my heart into it.
Give it a try.
Really? Sounds like a challenge.
You nearly got killed just now, yet you're stirring shit again.
Oh, well, I cannot help myself. Life's to be lived, and the body's to go to the grave properly fucked up. So I take it easy. As they say in Latin, cop demon.
So you're a mercenary, swindler, drunk, and on top of that, a philosopher.
I'm a man of many. You know what.
A man of many debts and drinks.
Ah, come on, you do not even know me. We will get to know each other once we have a drink together. Speaking of which, would you have a drop on you?
No.
Fuck. I never ride out without some supplies. I don't know if I can stand it.
A few more stupid jokes and I'll plug your gob. But it won't be with booze.
You are very lucky to be with Shishka, that you saved me.
I'm starting to regret it.
That's why I like you. We will have so much fun together. I feel it in my bones. But we better pick up our pace. I need to piss. What a relief. I just better not piss on my boots. Or trip over. Oh, almost done. Oh, not done yet. Finally. The camp is near. There's a path above the stream leading to it. There were also some pretty rocks nearby. Ada used to wade through that stream every time he went to visit some lass. Or when he was returning. He can smell the wench from miles away, but he can't take 3 steps in the woods without getting lost. Some people are just made that way. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, if Ada could find the camp, you'll have no problem finding it yourself. Oh, and the hand cannons. They're buried somewhere near the camp. Just a few steps. That much I remember. Maybe by the stream. Or right in it? No, that's not it. Oh, we were drunk. But we're not that stupid. Although, maybe Janos and Edda are. One time, they decided to rob some merchant because we were running out of food and drink. They found one and decided to follow him until he arrived at the suitable place. They followed him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp. So throwing guns in the water actually sounds like them. Hey lad, come here!
What are we gonna do now?
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much, but we called it home.
Oh, this mess.
Hey, you don't see me insulting your home.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time. By the stream, near the boulders. By the uprooted tree. And something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea. A hazy memory. A hunch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So? Where are they?
One of those places. Let's look at all of them. They are here somewhere.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around, get my bearings. You'll see. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by Janner's tent.
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillars.
Come on then. We don't have much time.
I told you I would find it right away. Now just dig it up and we are done.
Won't you give me a hand? It'll go faster if you help me.
We were as drunk as fiddlers when we buried it. But this place seems really familiar. Before that, we had to bury old Lodiel, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
Sure, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one?
Listen, lad.
Just tell me you didn't throw those hand cannons in the water.
Of course not. Look at that basket over there.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but there is something better. Booze. Be...
We're moving. No stalling.
You have as much fun as watching grass grow. Right. Enough playing around. Dick. Here.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Just like the last time. So this is the grave of poor Lodiel. I was sure we buried him elsewhere.
Ugh. What stench.
Why? He did not smell much better when he was alive. Oh, well. God grant him eternal life and some soap.
What about us?
If L'Oreal is here, then I reckon I know where the hand cannons are. Aye, lads, do not sulk. This really must be it. See?
God, why are you punishing me?
Oh, don't cry.
Will you take the cannons? Right.
Let's go.
I'd rather go with you.
Mount up that. Fucking and boozing and boozing.
I think I've heard that one before.
Fucking and boozing and fucking. Bring on the barrels and roll up.
How did Ziska put it? The best shot north of the Alps, and also the best singer north of Sasau. Nightingales have nothing on you.
Women, my friend, is a venomous creature. Best kicker out, cause her back's her best feature. She'll break your heart and you'll want no other. Forget that damn troll up and drink your wine, brother. Fucking and boozing and fucking. Fucking and boozing and fucking. Bring on the barrels and roll out the wrenches. There's nothing better than a nice pair of titties. That doesn't rhyme much. Waters of harlots and drag.
We have the hand cannons.
How did it go? Any trouble?
The next time you want to send me looking for something with Kubienka, just kill me. You'll save me a lot of suffering.
Did we find those cannon? We did. So stop whining.
When you spend more time with Kubienka, you'll realize he's not doing it on purpose. He's just a prick.
Aye. Hey!
What's the plan?
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks, and when they pass, we'll attack.
Why are the wagons standing there? I was hoping we would block the road with a tree or something.
Look what I managed to find. A true march of the maimed. If they had to cut down a tree, they'd chop off their own limbs. We at least took a wheel off. It looks less suspicious, and the convoy will have to stop anyway.
Oi, fuck, but...
But what?
I would put it a little further back, so they will not see it until they are right next to it.
Ah, look who's thinking. And what then?
Then we rise with the hand cannons and blast the bastards to smithereens, from above.
What a load of rubbish.
What rubbish? It is like a battlement, but on a wagon. You get it right? Haha.
Shut up. We'll do it my way.
Make up your minds. It's hard to say how much time we have.
So, Kubienka, take half of the men and go over there. The rest will stand on the other side.
Where will I go?
You'll stay here, with me.
And then what?
We'll wait for them to arrive. And then...
Are we there yet? No, how many fucking times have I told you? Are you deaf?
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
You hold me up in irons. You can't even show me a grain of human decency.
Halt!
What the fuck? Damn. There's more of them than I was expecting.
We can't back out now. Let's blast at them and seize the advantage.
Oi! You two! Get that wreck off the road.
Not to worry, Honourable Sir. We're working on it. To the task!
Matilda!
Fucking hell! My leg, damn it! You idiots!
Yeah, that was just a warning shot. Surrender, or the next one will go straight through your guts.
So next time, will you hit the mark?
I'd rather settle it without bloodshed.
That's easy. Surrender, and none of you will be harmed. Until you hang alongside the devil, that is.
The only one surrendering will be you.
Oh, really? Rupert, bring that bastard to me. And you, arrest the others. If they resist, just kill him.
Halt! Not another step, or...
Oh, what? Are you gonna shoot at this sky again?
We are here by the order of the Lords of Lipa. Release Sir Henryczek, and you won't be harmed.
What's the dry devil to the Lords of Lipa? They have no people around here. No authority.
They follow the instructions of Royal Hetman Radzig Kobyla.
If the Hetman wants the dry devil, he should talk to my lord. I'm not releasing him without a direct order.
Do you oppose the will of the Royal Hetman?
I don't see any Hetman here. Move out of our way, or taste our steel.
Give us Henryczek of Kunstad. I won't say it again.
Fuck off! Men, have at them!
We'll kick your ass!
I'm gonna stick you!
Yeah! He's got no chance alone!
Yeah, don't You won't be able to take another one like that!
Leave him alone! Let him on, guys! Now I'll have you! Now you're mine, you bastard! Now I'll have you! Take that! He's going to shoot!
I'll kill you. I've been waiting for you.
That was something! Waiting for orders from your wife? Fight! Hey, what's hiding? I'll have you. Dead!
You never saw that coming.
Show your stuff.
I'll rip your ass.
Too slow.
Do it!
Much!
Show what you're made of.
Much!
Bleeding out! Do it! It's a slaughter! Stick your eyes out! Bleeding, are you? Take that!
By God's will, die! For the cross!
Come on then! Stick your...
Out of here somehow. To put the wheel back on and get the horse. You're bleeding, pack yourself up quickly. You're not bleeding. Throw the body to the road. Hide them somewhere. Be quick about it, all right? Come here, Henry. We don't have all day.
We should get out of here.
The sooner we're gone, Welcome back, Henryczek.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my arse, fellas. Although, I have a second hole in it now because of you. Ouch!
There was an accident. I couldn't hit you that well, even if I wanted to.
That would be a shame. We'd be hard-pressed to find another horseman like him.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought I was worth saving. Warms the cockles of my heart.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
Ha ha! I knew there was a reason you rescued me. What's your plan?
How are we doing, Devil? Do you have some kind of hideout? What about your people?
Hideout? Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult our home from home.
Shush! We can stay here.
Here? For all to see?
This here hole is far from town, and has such a bad reputation that decent people are afraid to come here. As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you wholeheartedly. This place has everything we need, and people who come here can be recruited for some dirty work.
And there are no fleas in the beds.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den, and I like that.
All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. But back to the point, Devil. What about your people?
My people? Kubienka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't.
That's too bad. Oh, they fucked off somewhere. They didn't send any messages to my jail cell.
We'll have to do something about that. But first you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern.
You're not coming with me?
Does that bother you? But you're not afraid of her, are you?
Someone might recognize me. And if they saw us together...
All right. What will you be doing?
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest. I'm not going to sit on a horse for a while anyway.
But we don't have time for that. We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Forget it. It hurts like you shot off one of my arse cheeks. I can barely stand.
At least tell me what happened to your infamous Devil's Pack. Where can we find them?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kubienka? Why didn't you lot free me from jail?
You gather a band of criminals and then you are surprised they cannot be trusted?
So, nobody's left?
Some might return now that the devil is back.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
How will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
I reckon I don't have a choice, do I?
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just straight to the task.
At least tell him where to find the bastards.
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run. I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere. If they have any coin.
What about Bohuta and his brother? They've always been reliable.
Slavik died, Bohuta took it badly. He's not coming back.
Fuck. Henry may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but he can try.
Do we have anyone else?
Well, there's Matthew and Roniek. But who knows where they ended up.
And that's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are fighting against Sigismund around here.
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want my old pack.
In that case, there is no one else left.
And where should we look for them? I don't even know where to start.
I think I could help you with some of them. Come and see me when you want to get started.
Liechtenstein can wait. I better look for the rest of your devil's pack.
Great. But be careful. I didn't recruit them for their pretty eyes. They're probably not going to be very friendly after what happened, so be nice to them.
I'll bear that in mind.
All right, go ahead. But don't forget, Catherine's waiting for you in Kuttenberg.
Why do they call you the drop?
Why do they call you fuckhead?
But they don't call...
All right, I was only joking. I don't even know how I got the nick. And my, it's certainly catchier than His Grace Sir Henryczek the First. That name wouldn't scare a fucking coward. But say it dry, devil.
How are your injuries?
Well, I didn't really need a second arsehole, so hopefully it was... I can't really stand...
It was just terrible.
Yeah, I was feeling bitter for a while. And between us...
How do you know
He saved my arse back at Neuhaus. I thought we were fucked. But then, Kubienka appeared.
What did he get for it?
First thing he got was a good fucking beating. Because we thought he'd been dead. But after we escaped, we made sure he didn't have to...
How long have you known?
It's been a while. He served with me during the Moravian Margrave Wars.
So you were his command...
That's water under the bridge now. I'm just an old wanted robber. I don't give a shit about the...
Ah. All right, then.
Well, based on what you two have been through, I'd say you should know him when everything is fucked. People around you are dying and you're fighting for your very life.
Your hand cannons have done us more harm than good.
But we shot that mare beautifully. The devil himself couldn't have...
How long have you been away?
I was supposed to be a carpenter, but the job wasn't for me. Then I lost my master's... Then I came across a group of mercenaries.
Who taught you how to fight?
No one. I was absolutely awful. But I could drink their command under the table. So they let me stay.
That commander?
No. Once they stop paying, or you run out of things...
That's exactly what happened when they captured the...
More or less. But I think he understood.
What honor?
Exactly.
Why were you the only one of your band who tried to save the devil?
I don't think I could... Fuck, I know that... and he still owes me groschen from our last...
How do you know...
I think I know him.
Who did you ambush?
His men, actually. They jumped us at a bend. Before we knew it...
Just you?
I was so fucked up that as I cocked my crossbow, the bowstring...
And you still have both?
Saint Bibiana must have been watching over me. My gloves came off, revealing... I reckon they had fun watching me jump around, curse and flail my arm.
Earlier, you mentioned a bunch of peasants taking up arms.
Aye.
We could use it.
I agree. But Shishka was against.
So?
Well, I'm not... From what I know, they most...
Password?
Fuck. The fox is in the henhouse.
The fox is... What am I supposed to...
Go to the herb woman in...
Why her?
I suspect she's working. I have a feeling. Try telling her the...
What will you do now?
We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back from Liechtenstein.
Aren't you worried about Catherine?
Do you think I should be?
I don't know. A lone woman in a big city needs... But when you're stalking Liechtenstein, that can be real.
No one forced Catherine. Remember how she dealt with the guards at...
Aye, but...
Catherine sharpens her dagger every day. It's always...
Who is this Kubienka?
We were defending a castle and hiding in the woods.
Can he be trusted?
Aye. When he's so... He's known to provoke. Did you see what happened when we...
You mean how they wanted to cut his...
Aye. It's best not to play with...
Well, this doesn't seem too bad. How can I help you today?
Show me your ware.
Nothing to your... liking, sir.
Will you be spending the night?
Seems that way. Do you have a room for it?
But of course. I'll have them cleaned up.
Don't even bother clean.
Tread light. The name's...
What's new around here?
There's trouble with demons in Old Cutner. There was a great tragedy one time in the mine near there. The ground collapsed. And there's talk that young Bruttons form a fight club in Horsham. Maybe they'll let you into their set. And then Smolka, she's the one who runs the back. She said a fella came in. All that he wanted to take her somewhere else. And Smolka wouldn't have it. You know how it is.
Was he a fucking pig? So what did he do?
The girl came running in all beaten up. Smolka, I went to see her. The girl was all blue with bruises.
Who was this?
The way Smolka described him to me. He must have come with Sigismund's army. I've seen a few of those.
Have you any idea where...
Rumour has it he's been sleeping in a shepherd's abandoned dugout.
I'll take care.
I'm glad to hear it. And don't, when you're done with him, go to see Smolka at the bathhouse. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting.
What do you need, sir?
Show me your way.
Word about the price.
Sure. Very well. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Come here! Come here! Come here! Mutt! All right. This is already sharp.
You silly doggy.
You said you were gonna...
You really do not... Anyway, only a few fellas out of the whole glorious packs. As far as I know. Matthew, Bahuta, Raniak, and maybe Matthew. But who knows?
Tell me about Bahuta first.
Well, Bahuta, he was always in trouble. Angry as a dog and covered in bruises. He and his brother could drink all the beer in the inn. Just the two of them. Then they would make a terrible ruckus.
It sounds like you three would get along well. But you said his brother was dead.
Yes, he died right before Bahuta's eyes. Not pretty. Bahuta has been acting weird ever since. He dropped everything overnight and turned to prayer.
Where can I find...
At the rectory in Grunt. Yep.
Did you ever see him again after?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be different?
Look, I don't know. Maybe when he hears...
I'll go over there and try to...
But be careful. Bahuta was Slavic who kept him from ending up on the gallows because of a fight.
Now tell me something about this Matthew fella. Someone with a name.
The name may be pretty, but he's as ugly as sin. He's also a damn willy bastard. People say he likes to rob on trade routes, telling his victims he...
And where do I find...
I hear there is someone robbing merchants on the roads near Miskovitz. Maybe the bailiff can tell you more.
If he's so crooked...
Nasty characters are more suited to our line of work. It is much harder to...
I'm not afraid of dirty work.
Hear, hear. If it bothers you...
What about the rest of...
Of course. That leaves Janos.
Who is this Adder?
Oh, that's easy. He's called Adder because he can't keep his snake in his breeches. He's Polish. He does not speak our tongue, so only Janos can speak to him, really. But otherwise, he's a fucking hilarious. And when shit gets tough, he can really handle it.
Do you know where he could...
I have no idea. But if you find Janos, Adder will be nearby.
How am I supposed to communicate with Adder? I don't speak a word of Polish.
Yes, you do. We all say kurwa. You must use your hands and feet for the rest. I always manage, and so will you.
Tell me more about...
Raniak has... Oh, and that bow.
How did he get that bow?
How do you think? He won... But he would not stop.
Do you have any idea?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. It is possible he lost his...
Did you ever see him again?
Oh, just once. But I was skinned and looking for... Either way, I told him...
Tell me about this Janos.
Janos? He's from Hungary. He speaks like a Tatar, but at least you can understand.
And how did he get here?
Not at all. He did something back home. Had the gallows waiting. He was having the time of his life until recently. What? But if you knew how he can cook, give him a dead rat and have...
I'm already lost.
Janos.
I like girls. I like looking at them. And if they want, I have a little fun with them.
Oh, then you can shake hands with Adder. He would get himself killed just to get his prick wet.
How can I recognize this Janos?
Like I said, he looks a bit like a human, where you talk to him.
Thanks.
They may sound like a bunch of morons as I tell it. So this is a There's nothing to it. You get your arrows, stand on the mark. The winner's still any idiot. So if you may not...
Today's a scorcher. You silly doggy.
Die! 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 Go! Die!
Fuck off before I kill you! You're mine!
Go!
You made it after all. I was thinking you'd never come. Don't worry, you won't get rid of me that easily.
How are you? I believe you're mistaken. I'm just passing by. Are you sure it's me you're waiting?
You and no...
Do we know each...
No, we don't.
What do you mean?
I dreamt about you on St. John's Eve.
Well, all right.
What do you think?
Are you confused?
Oh, no. I had a dream about you, and you looked...
A groom? I mean, I've never seen you before.
That is of no matter. See, on St. John's Eve, all us village girls floated wreaths. Hannah's bobbed its way to the other bank. Eliza's fell to pieces, but mine floated the furthest of... And then that night,
What was that you said?
You're not from around these parts, are you? Me and the girls relieved. If your wreath reaches the other side, and mine got swept.
And that...
When I wed, my...
You say you dreamt...
And more than once at that. But the first time was...
Does it now? And what?
That it will come true. I picked 9 flowers at night, put them under my pillow.
Thanks for the extra... I don't want to dampen your spirits, but... You must be...
But...
And if you are to marry away...
I'm not saying he has to be from far away. Gutenberg...
I'm not a city lad.
Scarlets? You're a village... Well, it's certainly... I bid you safe travel. Scarlets, he says. What a woeful prize that would have been.
Greetings, sir. What do you want?
Treadlight told me what happened here.
Don't remind me of that. She's very lucky she...
Don't worry. He got what he did.
So?
Aye.
Really?
Don't even mention it.
But I will. And we know... What do you need?
I'd like to...
And...
I could use the...
My girls...
Well, I really need...
Great.
I'll gladly...
You certainly...
My, that many times, eh? You must really fancy me.
Did you hear what happened?
Stop for a moment, good sir. We're on the search for Herod. So hear me. I am Brother Adelbert from the Order of Preachers. On our travels through this region, we've heard... They say he looks like a young... He travels the region on a horse. He dresses in fine garments to hide the
Stop, noble sir. But I assure you, it's just a coincidence.
Oh, yes. But if you are telling the truth...
Did you deliberately say you're from the Roman Pope? Might that be because the Archbishop of Prague doesn't approve of your actions?
Don't you dare try your sophistry. No doubt the devil whispers in you. At him! You swine!
I'll beat you! Fucking hell!
For the cross!
Show your stuff!
Beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! You won't be able to take on someone like that. Now you're finished.
Right!
Shit! It's a slaughter.
Do it!
Why, good man, I have something for you.
How are you?
How'd you get your... You take it off. I'll be returned.
I haven't stolen...
Are you going to...
Fuck you.
You whore. Fuck you, whoreson. Fuck you! Oh!
Go!
My God!
Car!
quick!
Good to see you. God be with you. How's the watch going? This one is sharpened already. All right, this is already sharp. Careful!
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
G'day, g'day. Give me something to eat, thanks.
Hey!
Hey?
The weather had been stormy for a few days, so
Every dishonest trader who disrespects both his customers and the law. Let him be a lesson to you.
God bless you.
That's the way it's done.
Good day, sir.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Welcome, sir. What can I...
What goes on in the...
There are poachers prowling in the woods. A band led by this ginger-headed muck of Marsham.
What happened?
They killed a rare white roebuck that lived in our woods. Killed and skinned it. Sir Peter of Ptaszek put a bounty on their heads. The bounty...
All right, huntsman.
Excellent. Every member of that band carries a squirrel tail on them. Probably a badge of their hunting prowess.
Where should I look?
Ah, that's the hard part. I'm sure they have a high... Best of luck. I wish you a blessed evening.
Nice and slow.
Quick! God! God!
Whoa, whoa.
Hey!
What are you doing?
Where is that?
Strolling about without a light.
Innkeeper!
You, such a good soul.
Are you looking at the moon? How can I help you?
I'll have a look at you.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
At your service, sir.
Good doggy. Good boy.
What would you like?
God bless.
Did you lose something here in the daytime? Or what?
God bless. God be with you.
You silly doggy.
I'm at your service, sir.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Onions here, garlic, a fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick. Vegetables, horseradish here, delicious horseradish. Come and get some wonderful horseradish.
How's your sister?
Parsley, fresh
Fine.
vegetables.
Why'd you ask?
I heard she was sick. I just wanted to know if she's feeling
We're
better.
open. Fresh
Nothing,
goods.
just a slight cold. Aye, a man would be calling for the priest, but women are made of stronger stuff.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime.
Feel free. You're no longer in mortal danger.
Fruit, vegetables, fresh. Everything fresh. Carrots, parsley, fresh vegetables.
God be with you. Aye, take care.
Onions here, garlic, sharp like no other.
God be with you. Well,
We're open.
good day.
Fresh goods.
I'm at your service, sir.
Something like this happened to me back in '98. But that was different.
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
That's still all right. It'd be worse if you already had 3-1.
It looks like you don't even want to play. The last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here.
What can you
Onions
do?
here, garlic, sharp like no other.
Good day. Well, good day.
How's life treating you? Not too bad, but I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice?
Fruit,
Oh,
vegetables, fresh.
People are always
Everything
asking
fresh.
what you're looking for. But they're never good enough for you.
I don't want some good-for-nothing in my house. I need someone who's capable and has a good head on his shoulders. And most importantly, doesn't drink.
You're no saint yourself. But the answer's obvious. Drink together. That way, we'll keep an eye on them. And you'll even have someone to carry you home.
Don't be coy. My wares will bring you joy.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
Are you starting to regret coming to play?
Why is this all sticky?
Innkeeper, have you got anything to eat?
God be with you. Well, good day.
How are your knees? Feeling better?
Oh, yes. That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ache when there's a storm coming.
Here we are.
Christ!
Good.
What's the
At least you know
hold
when
up?
to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
Aye, when I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before
My
it
God!
snowed.
What's
You could
taking
team
so
up.
long?
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three wise men.
3 cripples, more like.
Take care. Best of luck.
Take care. Best of
Are
luck.
we going to have gruel again tonight?
Greetings.
Good day.
Here it comes.
Whatever. Hi.
My respects.
Good day.
Oh, you pooch.
And what can I get for you?
Come and take your paper. That beer.
Greetings. Yeah, same to you.
Come and buy some apples.
Everything's going well. I'm in fine fettle. It's almost odd how well
I went past your garden the other day, and that dog of yours was
Well,
running mad, barking and growling at me like I was a stranger. He never used to be
One
like
beer.
that.
God be with you.
Look, I don't want to put the squeeze on you, but when are you going to put it back?
Good day.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
I'm not desperate, but I don't want to wait for him to bite. It's easy to forget.
Believe me.
Did you hear who died?
Ha! I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance. That old coot will outlive us all. No, it was Jan, the beanpole.
Him? But he was fit as a fiddle. What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy, but never woke up. It's a mystery.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing things.
And he was dead in the morning? Poor thing.
Aye. He had his whole life in front of him, and next thing you know, he's being buried.
So, I went to see my brother.
And?
Talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over it.